Good morning. How's everyone doing? Everybody ready for Christmas? It is December 20th. We officially have 5 days until Christmas. That's crazy, right? This year has gone by really fast. It's been an interesting year. So last week we were talking about the energy, ending the year strong and questions to ask yourself and remembering that your emotions are your set point. How you feel is your attraction point. So just wanted to reiterate that for a few minutes in case it's just really important, right? Especially as you finish this year. So it's really important as you finish this year good morning, Beth. Good morning, everybody. Hello, hello, hello. Really important as you finish the year to get really clear about what you do not want to carry forward. And I highly recommend listing that out. So that would be like people or places or circumstances. Also stuff. Personally, I'm going to tear through my office over the next 2 weeks. And for those of you that watch the show all the time, I already removed the picture behind me and ordered something else, which is on its way. I'm going to go through file cabinets, and there is this credenza in my office that's filled with I don't even know what. So my friend Carrie Miller, who's a feng shui expert, recommends going through all digital files and all paper files, like anything that represents a past idea or a past version of you that you do not want to carry forward. Good idea to just dump it, clean it out, get rid of it. So that's what I'm going to do. I have literally piles of notebooks that I've written, I don't know, brilliant ideas in. And, then I just say, well, I can't throw that away. I'm going to save it. And then I have this basket on my desk of important things that I'm saving. So I'm going to go through all of that. I talked about this last week as well. This year ends a 9-year energetic cycle according to Chinese astrology. So it was the year of the snake. It was a year of shedding, and it was a year of us really people seeing and letting go of old versions of themselves or things that no longer work for them about themselves. And this new year is the year of the fire horse, which has a really strong and forward facing energy. So Carrie was saying in her assessment of the energetics of the old year and the new year, really important by December 31st to know what you're leaving behind. Just get really clear about what you don't want to carry forward. I did make a workbook. It's a free downloadable. If you just go to unbreakablewisdom.com, we've been throwing it in my Instagram feed and in the Facebook feed. It looks like that. This is the draft. You can order it on Amazon as an actual book like this. I think it's like $12.99, or you can just download it for free as a PDF. You don't even have to give me your email address to download it. You can just download it as a free resource. It's got some helpful questions in it. So my question to you is, what do you want to leave behind? What are you finished with? What aspects of yourself are you just over? Are you done with? And do you want to leave behind? What are you not willing to give energy to anymore? What things no longer suit you? Are there clothes in your closet that do not represent the person that you want to be and where you're going? Are there things in your office, your kitchen, your bathroom? Are there things around the house that are just you've been holding on to because you paid a lot of money for them, or you're saving them for something, or you're gonna do it someday, one day? This is the time to get rid of it. All of it. Whatever you don't want to carry forward. Maybe we'll do maybe in the week between Christmas and New Year's, we'll do a purge. Maybe we'll do a purging thing, and I'll post pictures of all the stuff I'm throwing away so you guys can join in on the challenge. Maybe we'll do a purging challenge. So that's the first question. What are you done with? What are you tired of? What did you learn in this past year? I'm giving you some random questions that are in this workbook in case you don't want to take the time to download it for yourself. What has to be forgiven? Who needs to be forgiven? Who requires your forgiveness, or what in you requires your forgiveness so that you can move on to the next thing? Often what trips us up energetically is we're holding on to baggage that we don't need to hold on to anymore, right? I taught a prosperity course live in the community yesterday, and I talked about that you can't bring in new ways of being on top of old junk that you didn't sort through in your spiritual and physical being, right? So if you have grudges or bags of crap, this is like both physical and inside your head. If you have junk that you're holding on to and dragging along with you, get rid of it. It's just going to weigh you down in the new year, man. It's just going to weigh you down. This is the time to really figure out what you want to do. What is it that you want to do with your life? You have one life. We have one life here on this planet in this form as this person. We have one life. What are you going to do with that? You're not too old. You're not too stupid. You're not too smart. You're not too fat. You're not too thin. You're not like whatever you're telling yourself. It's not true. Anything is possible. Anything is possible. So, what do you want to let go of? Let's hear some. Put it in the chat. Put it into the comments. What are you done with? What are you done with? What behaviors? What things? What are you going to clean out? What are you willing to do in the next 2 weeks to ensure that your 2026 is the best year that you've had yet? What are you celebrating from this year? What habits or behaviors limited your effectiveness this year? What got in your way? What ways of being got in your way? Where did you get stuck or caught up? What were the key lessons you learned? What blind spots did you see? Again, reading you questions from this workbook because they're valuable questions. An assessment at the end of the year is a really powerful tool because you're able to forgive yourself for the stuff that didn't work. You're able to see what you learned. You're able to see what worked. You're able to see what didn't work. And then you are able to plan your next year based on that information. Data is a powerful tool. When we're really willing to look at ourselves and what worked or didn't work, we can learn a lot. We can learn a lot. Did you add value to people this year? Did you work on your relationships with other people? And I don't just mean romantic relationships. We've talked a lot about the Harvard, we talk a lot about positive psychology. We've talked a lot about happiness. And we've talked a lot about the Harvard 85-year and counting study, where they have discovered that the most important key to happiness for people is not money, it's not stuff, it's not your career. It ends up to be your relationships with other people. And we were at a little holiday party last night, and we noticed that the younger people that were there in a room full of people for a holiday celebration, everybody was like this. And my husband and I see it all the time. We go out to dinner, and almost every couple in the restaurant or every group of people in the restaurant, everyone's at the table with other humans like this. I really encourage you to be present in this coming year. Be present with the people in your life. Send thank you notes. Send cards. I came across a post the other day from someone who did not know how to properly communicate, was asking for help on communicating a thank you to someone that had given them a bonus for Christmas. And that backed up something that I have been seeing over the past 3 or 4 years now, which is one of the reasons that my work is pivoting into communication consulting, as well as leadership consulting, and as well as business consulting. Some of the generations that are younger than myself are lacking good communication skills, largely because they spend most of their time in a relationship with this little baby. Now, this has its uses and it is phenomenal. AI, all the technology, phenomenal when you're using it to forward the action of your life. Not so phenomenal when you're using it in place of interacting yourself with other human beings. I encourage you to evaluate the quality of your relationships as we end 2025. How many cards did you send this year? How many little gifts did you send? How many actual handwritten notes did you send anybody? That stuff means a lot. You know, people save those things. It means a lot when you take the time to acknowledge other people and mail something in the mail. Yes, people, US mail is still a real thing. Snail mail is still real, alive and well. Your relationships, the quality of your relationships, and your relationship with yourself. That's key. Yesterday when I was teaching this class, which by the way, if you go to unbreakablewisdom.com and you join our free community, which is on School, SKOOL, and it's completely free, you get access to me teaching live twice a month. I'm teaching a prosperity course live once a month, and I'm doing, actually right after the show, we're doing the goals group at 9:30. Those things are inside the community. Jen, you sent 11 Christmas cards. Yay. I love that. I sent out Christmas cards too. Sadly, the ones I've sent so far, I didn't write on them. It was one of those Shutterfly, picture cards, and I put something on the back, but I didn't handwrite. I do have a pile that I'm going to handwrite to my clients this weekend. They're probably going to be a little late. It's the thought that counts. This has been a transition year for me. We'll call it interesting because I want to frame it positively, right? I want to reframe it. It has been an interesting year for me. The quality of your relationship with yourself is paramount. It is the most important thing. I was speaking yesterday about how when you lose your peace, you lose your power. This is why I recommend to all clients that you bookend your days. Whether someone is consulting me about their business or their executive, situation in their life, if they're a leader, a team leader, a manager, somebody that owns a company, bookend your days. Bookend your days. Beth, unbelievable year. Yes, I love it. That's how we'll frame it. It's been unbelievably good, we'll call it. Unbelievably good. Bookending your days is setting up some kind of protocol for yourself in the morning and at night. Meditation, yoga, prayer, intentions, affirmations, reading something motivational, listening to a meditation, doing some kind of manifestation practice, like something. The purpose of this is because when you wake up in the morning, most people grab this guy. Don't do that. Do your protocol first. Set your energy first. Set the tone of your day first. Get yourself in a grounded place of peace. And from that place, you're able to handle whatever comes at you in the day. And then at night, before you go to bed, same thing. Take a few minutes I suggest writing gratitudes. A gratitude practice at night is pretty simple. You can write 3 to 5 things you're grateful for. You can write more. You just get a journal, an empty journal. There are gratitude like journals you can order to make it easier for you. I believe they have prompts in them. Just go to Amazon and search gratitude journals. I promise you a million things will probably come up and you'll have your choice. Your relationship to yourself, again, I can't say this enough, is your most important thing. When you are solid with yourself, right? And you're in a place of peace and you're grounded, you are well able to handle anything that comes at you during the day in a different way. You are able to handle it by responding instead of reacting. That's like, taking the pause, right? Some stuff's flying at you and you train yourself to pause and respond versus emotionally react, versus getting all fraught up and caught up with your emotions. The other thing that is really important is how you feel and what your emotional set point is. And we talked about this last week, and I'm going to talk about it again because I feel like most people don't really understand how that works. So your thoughts and your words cause a feeling for you inside of you, and your feeling turns into your emotional set point, right? How you feel. What your emotional state is how you feel. How you feel is your attraction point. So in order to elevate, you have to get yourself into a state of feeling better than you do in a moment where you're having a bad moment. Gabby Bernstein has a great way of saying this. She says, choose the next best feeling or the next best thought, which I love. That's a stair-step approach, right? Because again, I know I say this all the time, but it is really important. You are not going to go from apathy to euphoria. You might go from apathy to anger, which is a great jump. Anger is a pretty high state. You can get a lot done in anger. You can move a lot forward. You can use it as fuel. So if you are saying a bunch of affirmations and thinking a bunch of good thoughts, however, you're really still feeling bad or sad or apathetic or afraid, we've got to figure out a way to get you to the next best feeling. We've got to elevate the way that you feel. And in order to do that, you've kind of got to find your go-to. You've got to find what works for you. Maybe that's a playlist. Maybe it's going for a walk. Maybe it's talking to, particular people on the phone to put you in a better mood. Maybe it's watching something on TV that you love. Maybe it's reading a book that you love, or maybe it's watching or listening to a podcast. Whatever, in the moment when you're having a really bad moment, whatever can flip that for you and get you to feeling better is an important thing to know. It is really important for you to sort of have your go bag, right? If you're a military person, or if you were a spy, you would have a go bag. It would contain cash and passports and all the things that you would need if you had to just go. We call this like your list, your go list, right? Like, what is your go list? When you are absolutely fearful or apathetic or can't feel like you can't get out of bed, whatever it is, if you're feeling depressed, sad, you've got to have a go list. You have to set yourself up with the tools, and you have to be strong enough to go to the tools. Have that list. What do I need to do? I had a couple of bad days this week, and after 50 years of practicing success principles, because I started studying with my mom when I was 7 and I'm 57, I have a go-to. I have a list. I have a go list. I know what to do. I know what books to pick up. I know who to call. I know how to do the next thing, clean the top of something, create order in a space, fold a blanket, do a load of laundry. Like, I know the things. I have a list. I know what to put myself into when I'm having a bad day, and I know how not to feed that so that it doesn't escalate, and so I don't go down the rabbit hole with all the thoughts that are trying to come in my head in those particular moments. So I also encourage you this year, and as we end this year, come up with a list, right? Come up with, what is your goal list? What are the 5 to 10 things that when you are feeling really not great and really down, you know to just, okay, I go to the list. I pick something off the list and I do it. Or I call this person first and then I go to the list. So set yourself up for success. Oftentimes we cannot get out of our own way by ourselves. This is the purpose of community. This is why I created a free community on School, and we've got, active folks in there helping each other and providing support, and everyone is welcome to, say if they're having a bad day, and people jump in and offer support, offer good thoughts. We're all praying for each other, rooting for each other, and it's turned into, it's small. My intention is that it stays relatively small and stays filled with active people that are actually wanting to help each other. So you're welcome to come into the community. I do make a pass through it every 30 to 45 days. And if people haven't been active in a couple months, I just delete them. So how about also an appreciation rampage for yourself? What are the things you appreciate most about yourself? That's a great way to elevate how you feel. There are always things that we appreciate about ourselves if we stop and think about what they are. Most of us are really hard on ourselves, and we're always, like, in our mind, going to the things that we're not doing or that we haven't done or that we could do better. And we don't often toot our own horn, especially women. Men seem to have a much easier time with tooting their own horn. No offense intended, but it's true. It's one of the reasons that I left my big corporate clients and went back into helping small business people and helping women in business, because women in business build things that help people, and they do things that take care of the overall, and we really do not celebrate ourselves enough. I don't see it anyway. I see it some, and there's a lot of great women's networking groups that do a great job with that. However, I think we could do a lot better. And nothing against men. There are a lot of men that have created great companies and great projects that are also helping people. This isn't about like one or the other. This is just highlighting, because most of my audience is women. Just highlighting the fact that you deserve to be celebrated. So what about you do you want to appreciate? What qualities did you exhibit in 2025, or what did you do that deserves appreciation from you? If you don't appreciate you and you don't toot your own horn, who else will do it? Have you looked around lately? There are a bunch of people out there like tooting their own horns, and you should join the crowd. Not in an egoic way, by the way, in a celebratory way. Like, wow, I really came this far, or I really made that happen for myself, or I really was able to shift myself in this perspective. Those are important things. Okay, what about your legacy? How often do you think about that? What are you going to leave behind you when you're not here anymore? Because, of course, we won't be here forever. What do you want your legacy to be? And what are you doing about that now? What are the things that are near and dear to your heart? What do you care about? What do you want to see happen? What do you want to help happen? Where do you want to create forward momentum in the world? Everybody can do something. Everyone. Everyone can do something. Even you helping your neighbor is something. It's going to be all of the little somethings that change this world and the trajectory that it's on. My job, I feel, as someone that is out here as an educator and an inspirer, is to remind you that you can do something. Everyone can do something. So go do something. What qualities are you going to call forth in yourself this year? How are you going to help add value to other people? Who are you going to introduce to each other? Where are you going to create community for people that are in your life? Where are you going to encourage people, add value to people, create things that will help them? And what would you do if you couldn't fail? If you couldn't fail and I said to you, you can do anything that you want and you will not fail, what would you do? What would you be doing with your life? 2026 is the beginning of another 9-year energetic cycle in Chinese astrology. I believe I have that right. And whatever, you're walking into 2026 with and the intentions that you have, like those are things that you'll carry forward for the next 9 years. So really, really, really take the time over these next few weeks and think about what you want to leave behind, what you're finished with, and you can write that down and you can like bury it outside, or you can burn it in your kitchen sink, or you can rip it up and throw it away. But what are you done with? What have you had enough of? And where are you going? What do you want to see happen? What are like 5 things that you are going to make happen in 2026? Most people do not take the time to do these things, these exercises. It's really powerful and it's really important because it helps you get into the energy of where you want to go. My husband John's on here saying he always helps people helps the elderly in the grocery stores. He does. He helps everybody. He's really tall. It's like 6'4", 6'5". And so lots of times when he goes into a store, people will ask if he can, grab something up high for them. John is the best person that I know, truly. And he helps everyone. And some of you, that follow me, him. And he's just an amazing person. So do the work. Figure out what it is that you want to make happen. Figure out where you want to go. Write it down. Take the time. I'm going to be posting pictures. I literally went and got like art supplies for a new vision board. I have, I don't know if any of you guys know the manuscripting journal, I think it's called. It's kind of this cool 90-day, manifesting journal thing. I used it last year. It was fun. So I got another one of those. I have my new calendar. Then I have like another calendar where I can see the whole month at a time. Then I have my daily. So I have all these things. I'm like, and then the next 2 weeks, I'm going to clean my whole office out. I'm going to clean stuff out in the house that, I want to get rid of. And I am going to create some new curriculum for you guys. I'm going to be doing a series of free master classes in the new year that are that are based on professional things that will help you in your career and your professional life and in your business. So, how to show up and communicate effectively, and some leadership stuff and some business operation stuff. So some of the topics will be great for anybody that has a career or is a professional. And some of the topics will be, more based for an entrepreneur, somebody that owns a business. Probably I haven't decided yet. There'll be one coming in probably late January, and then we'll go from there. So I'm gonna think about that over these next 2 weeks and publish a schedule, and maybe even by our show next week, I will be able to tell you what the schedule is and tell you how to sign up for at least the first two. Again, those will be free masterclasses. So what are you going to do this next year to take care of yourself? What are you going to do to take care of yourself? Jen, I see we have a new person that has found us. So Jen, welcome. And my husband and my friend Beth here are welcoming you as well. We have followers that watch the show all the time. The show has been here. By the way, if you're new following the show is going into its 12th year. And Jen, if you go to unbreakablewisdom.com, you can find all the past shows. You can find a bunch of free tools, resources, downloads, all the things. I am an executive coach and a business consultant and strategist by trade. And this show and the Unbreakable Wisdom brand is my give back. It is the way that I help people for free. And yeah, so that's my thing. It's been my thing for a long time. I used to be the working single mom on social media, and I got married to John 2019, so 6 years ago, even though we knew each other for 20 years. So obviously changed the name, working strategist now. So some of you have been with me since the beginning. Again, the show's going into its 12th year. So we've been here a long time. All right. Last question. What are you going to do to improve yourself this year? What's something new that you're going to learn this year? It's more than one question. What books will you read this year? What classes might you take this year? And how can you be a better friend, boss, manager, parent, all the things? So I encourage you to take advantage of the free resources at unbreakablewisdom.com. Join us in the free community if you'd like. I also have a school on Teachable where you can purchase recorded courses from me. And I will be here next Saturday. So I will see you then. And for those of you that are joining me in the goals group, we are live at 9:30. I'm going to go make some more coffee, and I wish you all a very blessed Hanukkah. Hanukkah's already going on. I believe it ends today. So I hope if Hanukkah is what you celebrate, I hope it's been amazing. If Christmas is what you celebrate, I wish you a Merry, Merry Christmas. And I will see you before the new year. So we'll cover my new year wishes for you next week. I'll see you soon. Have a great week.